Good afternoon again, community. So today we're going to take a look at this Kyosho of the Alfa GTV. So looking at this is from the very first Alfa Romeo collection, which I've had some bad experience with, in particular this 8C Competizione, if you want to look up that video. This thing cost $3.70, so less than $4 in today's money. And let's see when it came out. This thing is from 2006. There it is. In fact, let me just pause, so I'll put this nice and steady focused. So if you want to see, the other cars in the collection, you can try to search these out. Alright. So it came, in this blister pack. I took it out to save a little bit of time. It came with this card, a little Japanese info on it. I guess this, originally this car was sold between 93 and 2004. Or maybe in Japan it's 95 to 2003. And this version has the 3.2 liter V6, making around 240 horsepower or so. Other ones would have had like a 1.8 liter. There's actually a large choice of engines in this thing. There's even a turbocharged 2 liter. So colorways. Alright, so let's get that out. It came screwed to this base. I already went and unscrewed it. And there's the blister to protect it during shipping. So GTV, the name of this car, is an acronym for Gran Turismo Veloce, or Gran Turismo Veloce, if you want to pronounce it differently. And in English, that just translates to Fast Grand Touring. This car was designed by Enrico Fumiya when working at Pininfarina, and it has a wedge-shaped, very low nose, as you can see there, and then it has this cam tail to kind of cut off the wind. The wind just has a sharp break, so it won't try to curl around and create a lot of drag. I remember when this thing first came out, seeing it in magazines, and I thought, well, that's a pretty ugly car. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but nowadays I kind of like it because it's so old now that everything old comes around again, right? At least for me. Things that I thought were really ugly 2-3 decades ago, I now kind of find them cool. There's even a lot of cars that I still think are exceptionally ugly, but I actually want to get models of them. Like I was talking to XLT Off-Road Bear, and I would love to have a premium brand do a Yugo. That car that was just a piece of junk in America, at least. I'd also like to see a premium, Trabant and Gremlin and Pacer. I know those exist from other brands, but I'm talking I want a high quality one with like disc brake systems and like all the proper tight printing on it and stuff. Alright, well anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. So it seems like this is a Phase 3 2003 uplifted version. The original one had a different kind of bumper, and this one now has this 147 style grille. So I think this is a 2003 and upwards. Okay, so the silver paint here, it seems pretty nice. It's not super splotchy. It's not the finest silver, but you can definitely tell it's metallic. So that looks alright. The wheels, they're close to those photographs as I was holding it up, but they're not quite exact. Like these wheels, the spokes are parallel, perfectly parallel, whereas on the real car, it seems like the outer perimeter, they kind of tighten. So they're almost like a V on the real one. So it's close, it's just not quite identical. So there's some laziness going on, whoever designed those wheels. But I do like the fact that you can see the recesses for the lug nuts, nice little detail there. You're not going to get disc brakes on a Kyosho blister. It does roll. Oh, these things are 50-50 on their rolling, but this one is fine. It's not a really heavy model because it has a plastic base. And this is press fit together, so doing a wheel swap is going to be a little challenging, or painting the interior. But these tires are nice. Look at them. They're nicely treaded. And from the side, they don't look like they're off-road tires. So that's a nice thing about Kyosho as well. Alright, we got the little orange paint there. Looks pretty good. This must be like some sort of door handle mechanism. Maybe you push that, and I don't know how it works, to be honest with you. I've never seen one of these cars in person, I don't think. Okay. This back end looks pretty nice, if you like this style, this camtail styling. Look at the Alfa Romeo badge, it's pretty good. You can almost read the text. And then what does this say? I guess that's a cursive for GTV. I'm not really sure if I see a T there, but I definitely see a G and a V. And then, yeah, 3.2 liter V6, 24 valves, so that's nice. But the highlight for me is this plastic light. I mean, look at the brake. Orange, red, white, red. It's so well defined, and it looks like there's a texture behind it, so it actually looks like a reflector. Like, you know, how they have that patterning on the inside to send light in all sorts of directions. So that's really great on Kyosho's part. I think that's looking good. This might be the best part of this model. This is pretty weak though. The exhaust tip is just flat black plastic. So that's too bad. Okay. What about this side here? We got a fuel filler on this side. Alright. Yeah, it looks otherwise pretty much the same. We got some black paint, really thin around the windows. And all the windows have black paint. The windshield here has a raised wiper blades, so that's nice. And then, yeah, the plastic clear headlights look pretty good. And then the badge is there. The grille seems to be a separate piece of plastic with a little chrome paint for the ribs. And then these turn signals are just painted, right? Yeah, that's just some paint. It's like transparent paint over the silver. There's a little black paint in here, and there's a little bit of a grille texture. See? Alright. These are pretty tiny grooves. These little cooling vents here at the bottom of the bumper. Alright. This must be part of the casting process, this line. This is where the mold breaks from the top to the front. Alright. Well, I already know the interior has a lot of finely molded details, but you can't see any of it because it's the color black. So, it's too bad. I really wish they changed some colors. Although, in their defense on this one, the photos of the real car has a black interior, so this actually is realistic. Alright. All in all, I gotta say, this actually might be a perfect model as far as production goes. I don't see any scratches or contaminants, and I usually do find a problem after I say those words, but this time around, I gotta say, this is a flawless model. I would have to assume it's because it's a metallic silver, so the outgassing of the zinc below it isn't getting through. Wow, I'm surprised. I have enough of these Kyoshos that I'm just used to seeing paint rash, especially on the old ones. But this one is a unique one. It stood the test of time. So it definitely deserves a spin around on this merry-go-round here. And let's see, I got a couple other alphas to show. I think these alphas might be from around the same decade, or plus or minus 5 or 6 years. So this, I believe, is a 147 made by Kyosho as well. Yeah, a 147 GTA. In fact, I'm going to check that box. No, it's a different collection. It's not in this one. So maybe this is from like Alpha Collection number 2? I don't know. I think there might be 3 different Alpha collections. Anyways, we'll put that up there. And then another one I have. This is the Alfa Romeo Spider, but of the Brera variety. I find this to be a really attractive looking front end. Something's going a little weird here in the middle, like it's pinched too much, the Coke bottle styling. But then I think the back end looks alright if you like Audis. That definitely looks like an Audi, possibly a Lancer, a Mitsubishi Lancer. Alright, so we'll put those 3 up here just to get a little size comparison. This is a full 4-seater more of an economy trim level, or this is a 2+2 coupe, and then this is a strict 2-seater. But actually, it's interesting that the Brera convertible is actually longer. Maybe it's a more modern vehicle, so it had to become bigger. Alright. Okay, so that's it for some size comparisons. Let's give this thing one last spin. So if you like Italian cars, if you like quirky styling, this definitely has some interesting styling, in particular the character line that runs diagonally from the front fender well up to the back bottom of the rear glass. This like line going that way. It's really different. I don't really see cars like that very often. It almost looks like a cheese slicer or something. Like someone just sliced it in with a cheese slicer. Alright, well anyways, thanks for watching again, and I will see you in the next one.